Turmeric is known for its incredible health benefits, from reducing inflammation to boosting your immune system. But did you know that mixing turmeric with certain foods can actually cause harm instead of helping you? It's true. While turmeric is a powerhouse of goodness, combining it with the wrong ingredients can prevent your body from absorbing it properly or even cause digestive issues. In this video, we're going to dive into the 3 foods you should never mix with turmeric if you want to experience all the benefits without any negative side effects. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of how to use turmeric the right way and get the most out of this golden spice. Stay tuned, because making just a few changes could completely transform the way your body reacts to turmeric, allowing you to truly unlock its full potential for better health. Number 1, avoid mixing turmeric with dairy to prevent inflammation. Turmeric has earned its place in kitchens and medicine cabinets for good reason. It's natural, powerful, and backed by science. Many people turn to it hoping to ease joint pain, improve digestion, or simply feel stronger as they age. But what most don't realize is that how you take turmeric matters just as much as taking it at all. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is mixing turmeric with dairy. This combination sounds harmless. In fact, some even think it's helpful. Recipes like golden milk have become popular in recent years, especially among people looking for a natural bedtime drink. But here's what many don't know: when you mix turmeric with cow's milk, you could be weakening its ability to help your body heal. Turmeric's power comes from a compound called curcumin. It's what gives turmeric its golden color and strong anti-inflammatory effect. But curcumin is hard for the body to absorb on its own. It needs help from the right foods to really do its job. Unfortunately, dairy isn't one of them. Milk contains casein, a protein that can block curcumin from being fully absorbed. Instead of going to work in your joints, your brain, or your immune system, a big portion of it gets wasted. This matters even more if you're already dealing with inflammation, things like arthritis, muscle aches, or digestive discomfort. You might be adding turmeric hoping it will ease that stiffness or reduce the swelling. But if you're mixing it with milk, you may not feel much of a difference. In some people, dairy itself can even cause inflammation, especially as we get older and our bodies become more sensitive to certain foods. Another thing to think about is digestion. Many people over 50 start noticing that their stomach feels off after eating dairy, bloating, cramping, or just feeling sluggish. This isn't in your head. Lactose intolerance becomes more common with age. So when you mix turmeric with milk, you're not only losing its benefits, but you might also be making your digestion worse. The good news is, there's a simple fix. Instead of dairy, try pairing turmeric with something that actually helps your body absorb it. A little bit of healthy fat, like coconut oil, avocado, or olive oil, can make a big difference. Even more powerful, add a tiny pinch of black pepper. It contains a natural compound called piperine that helps your body take in curcumin much more effectively. A warm turmeric drink made with water, a touch of healthy fat, and black pepper can be a much better option than one made with milk. It's easier on the stomach, more supportive for your joints, and gives your body what it needs to actually use the turmeric. Taking care of your body isn't always about big changes. Sometimes it's the small habits. How you pair certain foods, what you reach for before bed, that quietly shape how you feel every day. And if you're trying to stay independent, sharp, and mobile as you age, getting the most out of something as simple as turmeric can actually make a real difference. The goal is to support your health in ways that last, not just follow trends. Start by making choices that work with your body, not against it. Number 2, stop combining turmeric with citrus to protect digestion. Turmeric is often seen as a healing spice. Many people use it to support joint health, reduce bloating, or even improve memory. It's bright, earthy, and easy to add into meals, teas, or supplements. But even with all its benefits, there's something important to understand. How you take turmeric affects how well it works. And one mistake people commonly make is combining turmeric with citrus fruits or juices, thinking they're doing something healthy. In reality, this mix can work against your body, especially when it comes to digestion. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are packed with vitamin C. They're refreshing and often associated with energy and immunity. Turmeric, on the other hand, is warming, grounding, and calming. The problem begins when these two are taken together, especially on an empty stomach or as part of a health drink. Citrus is highly acidic, and turmeric needs a more balanced environment in your stomach to do its job. When the stomach becomes too acidic from citrus, it can change how turmeric is broken down and used by your body. This becomes especially important for anyone already dealing with sensitive digestion. If you've noticed heartburn, acid reflux, or a heavy feeling in your stomach after eating, it's possible your body is already struggling to manage acidity. Adding citrus and turmeric together can add fuel to the fire. Instead of helping your gut, it can increase discomfort, trigger bloating, or make you feel uneasy after meals. Think about this in everyday terms. Many people start their morning with lemon water or orange juice, then they add turmeric powder or supplements to boost the benefits. But this combination, especially on an empty stomach, can backfire. Instead of feeling energized or lighter, you might feel more tense in your gut, less comfortable, or even slightly nauseous. Over time, this can lead to frustration. You think you're doing everything right, but you're not seeing the results you hope for. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of healthy trends. You read that turmeric helps with inflammation. You see that citrus boosts immunity, so putting them together seems like a smart idea. But the body doesn't always work that way. Just because two foods are good on their own doesn't mean they work well together. What your body needs is a supportive environment where each food or nutrient can be absorbed in its own time and in its own way. So what can you do instead? If you enjoy citrus in the morning, give your stomach some time before you take turmeric. A gap of 30 to 45 minutes allows your stomach's acid levels to balance out. That way, the turmeric won't have to fight against that acidity. If you're using turmeric in cooking or in a drink, try pairing it with warm water or herbal tea, a touch of healthy fat, and a small pinch of black pepper. These ingredients work together to help your body absorb turmeric without irritating your digestion. It also helps to be aware of how your body reacts after certain meals. Pay attention to how you feel, not just immediately, but an hour or two later. Are you more energized or more sluggish? Do you feel light and clear-headed or heavy and distracted? These small signs often tell you more than any label or article ever could. Your body has a way of signaling what works and what doesn't. Trust those signs. As we get older, digestion tends to slow down a bit. The stomach doesn't produce as much acid, bowel movements may not be as regular, and our systems become more sensitive to what we put into them. That doesn't mean we have to stop enjoying good food. It just means we have to make smarter choices. Choices that work with our body's natural rhythm, not against it. Mixing turmeric with citrus might not seem like a big deal, but over time it can chip away at your progress. You might still feel inflamed. You might still struggle with your gut. You might still wonder why you're not feeling better. Even though you've been doing everything right, the truth is sometimes it's not about adding more. It's about knowing when to keep things apart so they can both shine in their own way. There's power in small adjustments. By simply giving turmeric its own space in your routine, you give it the best chance to work its magic. Your digestion can stay calmer, your energy can become more stable, and the health results you've been hoping for might finally start to show up. This isn't about following rules for the sake of rules. It's about supporting your body with intention, about making each habit count, and about finding what truly works for you. Not just because it's trending, but because it genuinely helps you feel stronger, clearer, and more balanced. That's what real wellness looks like. Not more complexity, but more clarity. Not more stress, but more ease. The answers are often simple. We just have to give them room to work. Number 3. Cut out sugar. When taking turmeric, to avoid spikes. Turmeric is often used to help with inflammation, joint pain, and even blood sugar balance. People add it to smoothies, take it in capsules, stir it into teas, or cook it into meals. It's known for being one of the most healing spices, especially for those who are trying to manage chronic conditions or stay healthy as they age. But what many don't realize is that turmeric's benefits can be weakened or even reversed when it's combined with sugar. And this is a common mistake, especially in drinks, desserts, and health snacks. Sugar causes a quick rise in blood sugar levels. The body responds by producing insulin to bring those levels back down. Over time, this roller coaster can lead to insulin resistance, fatigue, and even inflammation. The very thing turmeric is supposed to help reduce. So when you're taking turmeric with sugary foods or drinks, you may not be helping your body as much as you think. In fact, you could be making things harder for it. Imagine this. You start your day with golden milk, warm, spiced, and comforting, but it's sweetened with honey or syrup, or even a packet of flavored powder. The warmth and the spice make you feel like you're doing something good for your body. But beneath that comfort, sugar is quietly disrupting your system. It's pushing your blood sugar up, causing your body to react, and making it harder for the turmeric to do its job. For people managing their energy, mood, or weight, this matters. A sugar spike doesn't just affect your blood, it affects your whole body. You might feel energized for a moment, then crash a couple of hours later. You may feel more hungry, more anxious, or more foggy in your thinking. Over time, those ups and downs wear you down. They take away from your stability, your focus, and your sense of control. And that can feel deeply frustrating. What's even more important is that sugar also feeds inflammation. It increases the body's stress response. That means when you're using turmeric to calm inflammation, but eating sugar at the same time, it's like trying to put out a fire while pouring gasoline on it. You may not see the damage right away, but you'll notice it in how your body feels after meals, how your joints respond, or how your energy holds up throughout the day. One of the biggest traps people fall into is thinking that a small amount of sugar doesn't matter, but it adds up, especially when you're using turmeric every day to support your health. That teaspoon in your morning drink, that sweetener in your snack bar, that drizzle of honey over your turmeric yogurt, all of it has an impact. And for those trying to manage things like blood pressure, cholesterol, or arthritis, even small sugar spikes can throw the body out of balance. There are better ways to take turmeric. One of the simplest is to pair it with healthy fats like coconut oil or olive oil. This helps your body absorb it without creating a sugar surge. You can also add a pinch of black pepper, which improves absorption naturally. Instead of sweetening your drinks, try warming turmeric with almond milk, cinnamon, and ginger. No sugar needed. The natural flavor becomes more soothing over time, and your body doesn't have to fight the side effects. Another smart strategy is to time your turmeric. Take it with a meal that's rich in fiber and protein. These foods help steady your blood sugar, which makes turmeric more effective. When your body is calm and stable, the turmeric can do what it's supposed to: support your joints, ease your gut, and help you feel stronger. It's also helpful to shift your mindset around sweetness. Many people think they need sugar to enjoy something, but often it's just a habit. When you start cutting back, your taste buds adjust. You begin to notice the natural sweetness in foods like carrots, apples, or cinnamon. You stop craving the rush, and you start appreciating more grounded, steady flavors. That shift doesn't just change your meals, it changes your relationship with food. When you give your body what it truly needs, you feel it. Your mornings get easier, your focus sharpens, your aches become lighter, and you begin to trust that small changes can bring real results. You don't need to give up turmeric. You just need to give it a better environment to work in. One without sugar spikes, without quick highs and lows, just steady, nourishing support. As you grow older, protecting your blood sugar becomes more than a dietary choice. It becomes a path to more freedom. When your energy is stable, you can move more, think more clearly, show up in your day with more purpose. You aren't tied to crashes or cravings. You're more in tune with your own rhythm. And that's where real health begins. Not in quick fixes or trendy drinks, but in thoughtful choices that work with your body instead of against it. Turmeric has so much potential, but it needs your help to shine. Cut the sugar, give your body space to heal, and watch what happens when everything starts to work together. The strength, the clarity, and the energy you've been looking for. It's already inside you. You just need to clear the path. Number 4. Choose whole meals over turmeric smoothies with fruit. Turmeric has become a popular addition to smoothies, especially for those trying to support their health in a natural way. It's praised for reducing inflammation, boosting immunity, and supporting joint health. So it might seem like blending it into a fruit smoothie is a smart, refreshing way to get those benefits. But there's a deeper issue that often gets overlooked: how turmeric works in the body and why pairing it with fruit-heavy smoothies can actually backfire. When turmeric is added to a smoothie packed with fruits like bananas, mangoes, pineapples, or berries, your body processes that drink very differently than it would a full, balanced meal. Fruit contains natural sugars, And while those sugars aren't harmful in small amounts, drinking them quickly, especially in liquid form, can cause a spike in blood sugar. That quick spike can lead to an energy crash later, and over time, those patterns can stress your metabolism. Turmeric is meant to support balance in the body. It works best when your system is calm and steady, but a smoothie loaded with sugar, even natural sugar, sends mixed signals. Your body receives one message from the fruit: speed up, digest fast, release insulin. Then it gets another message from the turmeric: slow down, reduce inflammation, bring things into balance. Those messages compete with each other, and that competition weakens the impact of the turmeric. Whole meals, on the other hand, give your body a chance to absorb nutrients slowly. A meal that includes fiber, healthy fats, and protein helps stabilize your digestion and keeps your blood sugar from rising too fast. Turmeric taken with a meal like this has a stronger and more lasting effect. It can be absorbed more efficiently, and its anti-inflammatory power is more likely to take hold. Think about how your body feels after drinking a smoothie versus eating a balanced meal. Smoothies often feel light at first, but hunger creeps back quickly. You may notice a drop in energy, a craving for more sweets, or even bloating if your system is sensitive. A real meal, even a small one, keeps you full longer. It gives your body a mix of textures and nutrients to work with. And when turmeric is part of that meal, it becomes part of a more supportive environment. There's also something emotional about eating whole meals. Sitting down, chewing, taking your time, it sends a signal to your nervous system that you're safe, grounded, and cared for. That emotional state plays a bigger role in digestion than people often realize. When your body is calm, it's more efficient at using the food you give it. Turmeric, in that context, becomes more than just a supplement. It becomes part of a deeper self-care practice. Another thing to consider is how fruit interacts with your gut. For some people, certain fruits, especially in high amounts, can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort. When you add turmeric into that mix, hoping it will soothe your gut, you may not get the results you want. You might think the turmeric isn't working, when in reality, it's the combination that's creating the problem. That's why switching to whole meals makes such a difference. Imagine a simple dish like sautéed vegetables with olive oil, brown rice, and a sprinkle of turmeric. Or a bowl of soup with lentils, carrots, and turmeric, simmered gently. These meals are warm, grounding, and easy on your system. They don't rush your digestion, they support it. They give turmeric a real chance to work. Even if you enjoy smoothies and want to keep them in your routine, there's a better way to do it. Cut back on the fruit, add a source of protein like plain yogurt or unsweetened almond butter, and include a healthy fat to slow things down. You can still enjoy that cold blended drink, but now it's part of a balanced approach. The key is making sure you're not overloading on sugar or missing the chance to combine turmeric with the foods that help it do its best work. A lot of people turn to turmeric when they're trying to take control of their health, when they're tired of aches, brain fog, or that sluggish feeling that creeps in over time. That decision comes from a place of wanting more energy, more clarity, and more freedom in the body. But those results don't come from trendy blends or quick fixes. They come from slowing down, eating with intention, and understanding how your body responds to different types of food. As you get older, these small choices add up. The difference between a sugary smoothie and a real meal isn't just about nutrients. It's about what kind of message you're sending to your body each day. Do you want short bursts of energy followed by crashes, or steady support that builds your strength and keeps you feeling sharp? Whole meals bring you back to center. They don't just nourish your body, they give you a sense of rhythm, structure, and peace. They help you stay full longer, think more clearly, and move through your day with more ease. And when turmeric is part of that kind of eating, it becomes a tool you can trust, not a trend, but a support system. Turmeric has a long history of being used in food, not drinks, not extracts, but real meals made with care. That tradition exists for a reason. It works. If you want to feel the full benefit, return to that wisdom. Choose whole meals. Give your body time. Support it with balance and calm. And you'll start to feel the difference in ways that go far beyond your plate. Number 6. Eat turmeric with fats, not fiber, for better benefits. Most people have heard that turmeric is good for them, but few understand how much its power depends on what they eat with it. You can take all the turmeric in the world, but if your body doesn't absorb it properly, those golden spoonfuls won't give you the benefits you're hoping for. And one of the most common mistakes people make is combining turmeric with high-fiber foods instead of healthy fats. That simple choice can make the difference between feeling real change and wondering why nothing's happening. Fiber has its place. It keeps digestion moving, helps regulate blood sugar, and supports gut health. But when it comes to turmeric, fiber can actually compete with it. That's because fiber tends to trap certain compounds as it moves through the digestive tract. It acts like a sponge soaking up whatever's around. In many cases, that's helpful. But with turmeric, it can actually limit how much your body absorbs, especially when turmeric is taken in raw or powdered form. Turmeric's most potent compound, curcumin, isn't naturally easy for the body to absorb. It needs a partner, something to help it get through the harsh environment of the digestive system and into the bloodstream. And that partner is fat. Chud, healthy fat, acts like a carrier. It wraps around the curcumin and helps it pass through the intestinal wall, where it can finally get to work reducing inflammation, supporting the brain, and easing pain. So if you're mixing turmeric into a fiber-heavy smoothie packed with leafy greens, raw vegetables, or bran, chances are you're losing much of what makes turmeric special. You may be feeding your body lots of volume, but you're not giving it what it needs to actually use the turmeric. It's like putting premium fuel in a car with a clogged filter. It never reaches the engine. Now imagine doing the opposite. You stir turmeric into a small spoonful of warm coconut oil, or sprinkle it into a dish with avocado or olive oil. Maybe you add a pinch to some scrambled eggs cooked in butter. In that moment, you're creating the perfect conditions for your body to take in every bit of that curcumin. You're no longer guessing whether it's working. You're giving it a clear pathway to do its job. It's a subtle shift, but it makes all the difference. People often say they're frustrated because they're doing everything right. They're eating clean, cutting back on sugar, drinking more water, and yet they still feel stiff, tired, or foggy. Sometimes it's not about doing more. It's about doing it differently. Choosing the right companions for the nutrients you're taking is part of that. Turmeric doesn't just support joints. It affects the brain, the immune system, and even mood. But it can't do that from the sidelines. It has to be absorbed into the bloodstream to have an impact. And fats make that possible. The body recognizes fats as a delivery system. When turmeric is mixed with them, the body says, okay, I know what to do with this. Without that cue, most of it just passes through, never truly being used. This isn't about restricting your diet or giving up fiber entirely. It's about timing and pairing. There's a time to load up on fiber, like earlier in the day, or separate from your turmeric intake. Then when you take turmeric, you create a different space. A meal that's lighter on fiber, but rich in good fats. A space where turmeric has a clear path to be absorbed and used. And this approach doesn't need to be complicated. A drizzle of ghee over steamed vegetables with turmeric. A cup of golden milk made with almond milk, and a splash of coconut oil. A small dish of hummus with turmeric stirred in, paired with soft roasted vegetables. Simple, comforting foods that bring the turmeric into your system in a way your body understands. For people who've been struggling with inflammation, joint pain, or brain fog, these tweaks can be a turning point. Instead of wondering why nothing's helping, they begin to feel the difference. Less swelling in the hands and knees. Clearer thoughts, better focus. It's not a miracle. It's just smarter absorption. The body is always trying to heal. It wants to support you. It wants to feel better, move freely, and stay strong. But it can only work with what you give it. When you give it the right tools, like turmeric paired with healthy fats, instead of blocked by fiber, it can do what it was meant to do. It can restore balance. It can lower inflammation. It can bring calm to places that felt tight or sore for years. We don't often think about how food combinations impact our health, but they do. Not everything works in isolation. Some nutrients need each other to come alive. Turmeric is one of those. It needs support, not just from supplements, but from the everyday choices you make in your kitchen. If you've been using turmeric and haven't noticed any changes, consider this. Maybe it's not the turmeric that's falling short. Maybe it just hasn't been paired with what it needs to shine. Start with one change. Add a little fat when you use turmeric. Keep fiber away from that meal or snack. Give it space to work. Over time, these small changes stack up. You begin to feel lighter, clearer, stronger. You begin to trust that your body can heal when it's given the right support. And you no longer feel like you're working against yourself. You're aligned. You're intentional. And that's where lasting health begins. Number 5, replace cold drinks. When taking turmeric for full absorption, many people turn to turmeric to support their health, often hoping for relief from joint pain, inflammation, or low energy. They add it to meals, mix it into tea, or even take it in capsule form. But one common mistake people make, without even realizing it, is pairing turmeric with cold drinks. That single habit can make it much harder for the body to absorb turmeric properly, and that means the benefits people are hoping for may never fully show up. The temperature of what we eat and drink plays a bigger role than most people think. The human body works best when it stays in balance. The digestive system, in particular, relies on warmth to break down food, absorb nutrients, and move things smoothly. When you drink something cold like iced water, soda, or even a cold smoothie right before or after taking turmeric, you're asking your digestive system to slow down. It has to redirect energy to warm that liquid before it can even begin the real work of digestion. Turmeric needs your body to be in a state of readiness. It's not something that automatically works the second it enters your mouth. For the active compound in turmeric, curcumin, to do its job, it needs help from your digestive system. Warmth supports that. Cold, on the other hand, shocks the system. It tenses the muscles around the stomach. It can slow the production of digestive enzymes, and that means the turmeric you just took might not be fully broken down, processed, or absorbed. If you're someone who's been consistent with turmeric but still not feeling any major difference, this might be one reason why. Cold drinks create a barrier between you and the full benefits. They may be refreshing in the moment, but they interfere with the body's ability to absorb what it needs. Switching to warm or room temperature drinks can completely change the outcome. Even something as simple as sipping warm water with turmeric or having it with a comforting bowl of soup can help your body use it more effectively. It's not about making dramatic changes to your lifestyle. It's about being more mindful of the conditions you're creating inside your body. There's also a deeper emotional side to this. Warm drinks have a calming effect. They signal to the body that it's safe and supported. They soften the stomach, soothe tension, and help the entire digestive system work with ease. Cold drinks, while energizing in the short term, can create a jolt that your body has to recover from. When you're trying to heal, repair, or support long-term health, it makes sense to reduce those jolts and choose more grounding habits. Imagine this: you wake up, and instead of reaching for an iced coffee or cold juice, you pour yourself a warm cup of turmeric tea with a pinch of black pepper and a drop of healthy fat like coconut oil or ghee. That combination supports absorption and helps the turmeric move through your system the way it's meant to. You feel steadier, calmer, and more focused. Over time, you may notice your joints feel looser, your digestion smoother, and your energy more consistent. Small shifts like this may seem insignificant, but they build momentum. Choosing warmth over cold can lead to better digestion, more energy throughout the day, and even deeper sleep at night. It's all connected. The way you treat your digestive system directly affects your mood, clarity, and strength. Many cultures around the world have understood this for generations. In traditional systems of medicine, cold drinks with meals were often discouraged, not because they're inherently bad, but because they slow the process down. When you eat or drink something, your body needs to focus on one task at a time. Warmth keeps things moving. It encourages flow. That's the environment turmeric thrives in. Another thing to remember is that turmeric isn't a miracle cure. It's a support tool. To get the most out of it, you need to create the right environment inside your body. That means slowing down, choosing foods and drinks that work with your system, and avoiding habits that block absorption. Cold drinks may feel harmless, but when taken regularly with something like turmeric, they dilute its power. If you're someone who enjoys iced beverages, that's completely okay. Just time them wisely. Avoid having them right before or after you take turmeric. Give your body at least an hour to fully process it before you reach for anything cold. That simple window of time can make a real difference. Every small decision matters. The drinks you choose, the timing of your meals, the temperature of what you consume. These aren't just details. They shape how your body responds to what you feed it. If you're choosing turmeric for health, give it the best possible chance to work. Honor it by making choices that help it reach your cells, your joints, your brain. By replacing cold drinks with warm or room temperature ones when you take turmeric, you're not giving anything up. You're giving your body a better shot at healing, strength, and resilience. You're investing in long-term health with one of the simplest and most powerful tools available, mindful warmth. And that's a change worth making, one small step at a time. Number 7. Time turmeric, away from medication to protect your liver. Turmeric has earned its reputation as one of the most powerful natural tools for reducing inflammation and supporting long-term health. People turn to it for everything from easing joint pain to boosting brain function. But what most don't realize is that even something as natural as turmeric can create real problems if it's not taken the right way, especially when it's combined with medications. The timing matters more than most people think, and overlooking that can quietly put the liver under stress. Your liver is your body's filter. It handles toxins, breaks down chemicals, and processes nearly every pill or supplement you take. Whether it's blood pressure medicine, cholesterol-lowering drugs, or even over-the-counter pain relief, your liver plays a key role in managing it. That same liver also has to process turmeric, particularly the active compound curcumin. Curcumin can influence how enzymes in the liver work, and that becomes important when medications are involved. Some enzymes that break down medication are either slowed down or sped up by turmeric. That might not sound like a big deal, but it is. If those enzymes are slowed down, the medication can stay in your system longer than intended, raising the risk of side effects. On the other hand, if those enzymes are activated too much, the medication might leave your body too quickly before it has a chance to work. Both situations can throw off your treatment and leave you feeling confused about why you're not improving, or worse, why you're suddenly experiencing unwanted symptoms. This doesn't mean turmeric is dangerous. It means timing and awareness are key. Just like certain foods shouldn't be taken with medications, like grapefruit with statins, turmeric has its own window for safe use. Giving your body enough time between taking medication and turmeric can reduce this burden on your liver and allow both to do their jobs effectively. A good general rule is to leave a 2 to 3 hour gap between taking turmeric and any prescribed medication. This space gives your liver time to process the medication on its own before it's asked to handle something else. It's a small adjustment, but it protects the balance your liver is trying so hard to maintain every single day. People often assume that natural means harmless, but nature is powerful. That's exactly why turmeric is effective, because it has real impact in the body. It influences inflammation, circulation, metabolism, and detox pathways. But with that power comes the need for responsibility. You wouldn't take 2 medications together without checking if they interact. The same logic applies here. Turmeric may not come with a prescription, but it still requires mindful use. This becomes even more critical for older adults or those with existing liver conditions. The liver naturally becomes less efficient with age, and if it's already working hard to process medications, adding too much turmeric at the wrong time can add pressure. You might not feel it right away, but over time the signs begin to show, like fatigue, skin changes, digestive discomfort, or unexpected test results during routine checkups. People often feel discouraged when they're trying to support their health, only to be told that something healthy might be working against them. But this isn't about fear, it's about precision. You can still benefit from turmeric's incredible anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. You just need to work with your body's rhythms, not against them. If turmeric is part of your routine, it's worth mapping out your day so that you're not doubling up on stress to the liver. For example, if you take medications in the morning, shift your turmeric to mid-afternoon or with dinner. If your medications are at night, consider taking turmeric earlier in the day with a meal that contains healthy fats to support absorption. These choices aren't difficult, they're deliberate. They're how you protect your body while still allowing healing to happen. Many people don't connect subtle symptoms like irritability, sluggish digestion, or cloudy thinking with liver stress. But the liver is central to how we feel every day. When it's overworked, it doesn't always scream for help. It whispers. And we need to be the kind of people who listen to those whispers before they turn into something louder. In the long run, the goal isn't just to avoid harm, it's to get the most out of the tools we're using. Turmeric has helped countless people feel more mobile, more focused, and more energized. But those benefits are only possible when it's used wisely. When you give your body the space to handle each thing you ask it to do, it rewards you with better energy, better balance, and fewer surprises at the doctor's office. Taking control of your health doesn't mean avoiding everything. It means learning how to use the right things at the right time. Turmeric still belongs in your routine, but not alongside your medications. Give it its own time, respect the work your liver does, and watch how your body responds when it no longer has to choose between healing and protecting itself. Healing isn't always about adding more, sometimes it's about removing conflict. When your body isn't stuck juggling competing demands, it can finally begin to do what it's meant to do: repair, recover, and thrive. And that's exactly what you deserve. Number 8. Avoid turmeric with spicy foods to calm your gut. Turmeric is often praised for its ability to soothe inflammation, especially in the gut. Many people turn to it hoping for relief from bloating, acid reflux, or digestive discomfort. It's considered gentle, natural, and healing. But what's often overlooked is how it reacts with other foods, especially spicy ones. When turmeric is taken alongside heavily spiced meals, it can end up doing more harm than good, particularly for those with sensitive stomachs or pre-existing digestive issues. Spices like chili, black pepper, cayenne, or paprika are stimulating by nature. They heat up the digestive tract, increasing circulation, which can sometimes be helpful, but not always. For people who already deal with irritation, inflammation, or conditions like acid reflux, spicy foods can be like adding fuel to a fire. They overstimulate the lining of the stomach, increasing acid production and aggravating tissues that may already be inflamed. When turmeric is taken in this context, it can get caught in the chaos. Turmeric on its own has calming properties. It supports the lining of the gut, helps balance microbes, and reduces low-grade inflammation that can lead to long-term digestive concerns. But when it's introduced into an already overstimulated environment, like one created by spicy foods, its effects can become unpredictable. Instead of soothing, it can trigger irritation, not because turmeric is harmful, but because the conditions around it are no longer suitable for its function. Many people don't realize their digestive systems are already on edge. They've gotten used to feeling bloated after meals, or waking up with discomfort, or living with that burning feeling in their chest at night. So when they try something like turmeric in hopes of getting better, they don't always make the connection when things get worse. They blame the turmeric when the real issue is the way it's being combined with food. The truth is, your gut needs consistency and calm in order to heal. If it's constantly having to react to hot, spicy, or highly stimulating foods, it doesn't have the bandwidth to absorb the benefits of something like turmeric. Instead, it stays in a state of stress. That stress affects more than just digestion. It impacts mood, energy, sleep, and even immune response. And when that's the case, even the most well-meaning health habits fall short. So what can be done? The solution isn't to eliminate spices altogether, but to separate them from healing tools like turmeric. Timing matters. If you're going to have a spicy meal, skip the turmeric during that time. Give your gut a break before introducing something intended to heal. Ideally, turmeric should be paired with mild grounding foods, like warm soups, gentle grains, steamed vegetables, or simple proteins. These foods create an environment that allows turmeric to do its job without competition or interference. People often assume that more is better. More flavor, more heat, more kick. But healing doesn't come from intensity. It comes from balance. If you've been struggling with digestion, it's worth taking a step back and asking if your meals are supporting your recovery or standing in the way of it. Even something as small as reducing the amount of spice in your food can create space for real change to happen. It's also worth noting that many traditional dishes that include turmeric do so carefully. In Ayurvedic and other ancient systems of medicine, turmeric is often balanced with cooling or neutral ingredients. The idea wasn't just about taste, it was about how different foods interact in the body. That wisdom still holds today. The body isn't just a machine that processes nutrients. It's a system of delicate relationships. If one part is overstimulated, others begin to struggle. there's power in simplicity. A warm meal with gentle flavors, a touch of healthy fat, and a thoughtful amount of turmeric can go a long way. You don't need to drown it in spices to make it effective. In fact, doing so may be holding you back from the results you're looking for. Whether you're using turmeric for joint health, digestion, or just overall wellness, giving it a quiet, calm place to work is one of the smartest things you can do. Think about how you feel after certain meals. Do you feel energized and light, or weighed down and uncomfortable? Your body is always giving you feedback. It's just a matter of tuning in. If your gut feels tight, bloated, or irritated, that's a sign that something isn't working. Pairing turmeric with spicy foods may be part of that pattern. Shifting your approach might seem small, but it can create a ripple effect that... Number 9. Limit turmeric with processed foods to reduce harm. Turmeric is often praised as a healing spice, and rightfully so. It's been used for centuries to support the immune system, ease inflammation, and promote overall well-being. But no matter how powerful a natural ingredient might be, its benefits depend heavily on what it's paired with. One of the most overlooked mistakes people make is combining turmeric with processed foods. At first glance, it might seem harmless, adding a sprinkle of turmeric to packaged soup or tossing it into a ready-made meal. But behind the scenes, that mix can quietly undo the very benefits turmeric is meant to provide. Processed foods are everywhere. They're quick, convenient, and heavily marketed as time-saving solutions. But most of them are filled with refined oils, artificial additives, preservatives, and excess sodium, ingredients that place a heavy burden on the body. When turmeric is consumed alongside those, its healing potential is diluted and in some cases completely overshadowed. Instead of calming inflammation, you might be feeding it. One of the key properties of turmeric is its ability to support a healthy inflammatory response. But when it's taken with foods that inflame the body, such as ultra-processed snacks, frozen meals, or fast food, the result is like trying to put out a fire while someone keeps adding fuel. Your body becomes stuck in a cycle where the healing and harm are battling each other, and progress feels slow or invisible. Processed foods also interfere with how turmeric is absorbed. Turmeric on its own isn't easily taken up by the body. It needs a supportive environment, healthy fats, certain spices like black pepper, and real whole ingredients. When it's mixed into meals that are stripped of nutrients and overloaded with synthetic substances, the body can't process it the way it needs to. You might think you're doing something good by including turmeric in your routine, but if it's consistently paired with food that drains your system, you're only getting a fraction of its value. People often wonder why they don't feel the benefits they expected. They take turmeric daily, but their joint pain lingers, their energy doesn't return, their digestion feels off. It's not because turmeric stopped working, it's because it never had the right environment to work in. When your body is busy filtering out preservatives, stabilizers, and emulsifiers, there's little energy left for healing. The liver, gut, and immune system all become overloaded, and turmeric becomes just another thing on the list. It's not about perfection or eliminating all convenience foods. It's about awareness and better choices. If you're adding turmeric to your meals, give it real partners. Choose meals made from fresh ingredients, whole grains, clean proteins, and natural fats. These create the right conditions for turmeric to shine. Instead of mixing it into boxed mac and cheese or microwave dinners, use it in homemade soups, roasted vegetables, or slow-cooked stews, where every ingredient supports your health, not fights against it. Your body is incredibly smart. It knows how to heal. It just needs the right environment to do its job. Turmeric can be a powerful ally, but it can't compete with a constant stream of artificial ingredients. By simply reducing how often you consume processed foods, especially when you're taking turmeric, you give your body a fighting chance to restore itself. That's when you begin to notice the subtle but important changes. Easier movement, steadier digestion, clearer thinking, more balanced moods. This doesn't require a complete overhaul of your diet. Even small shifts make a difference. Swap processed sauces for homemade versions. Choose fresh instead of canned. Bake your own snacks with real ingredients, rather than relying on supermarket packaging. Over time, these choices add up, and turmeric starts to work as it was meant to, supporting your body's natural rhythm, reducing pain, and helping you feel more grounded and alive. there's also the emotional side of this. Processed foods are often connected to habits, comfort, and even emotional eating. It's not just about the body, it's about how food makes us feel. So changing this pattern isn't always easy. It's not just a nutritional shift, it's a mindset shift. But the more you understand how food either works for you or against you, the more empowered you become. You start to make choices not from guilt, but from care. You realize that food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite tells your body something, and the message you want to send is one of healing, not harm. The goal isn't to never enjoy a treat or skip every shortcut. The goal is balance. If turmeric is part of your health routine, honor it by giving it the right setting to do its work. Just like a plant needs good soil, sunlight, and water to grow, turmeric needs clean, nourishing meals to bring its full potential to life. You don't need extreme diets or trendy supplements to feel better. You just need consistency, care, and a willingness to pay attention to the details. Every time you choose a whole food over something processed, you're making space for your body to heal. And when that choice is paired with turmeric, the results can be felt, not just physically, but emotionally. Because when your body feels good, everything else begins to align. Your energy returns, your outlook shifts, and you start to remember what it feels like to feel truly well. Number 10. Take turmeric. At mealtime, not empty stomach, for safety. Turmeric has become a staple in many people's wellness routines thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties and numerous health benefits. But as with any supplement or ingredient, timing can make a big difference in how effectively it works. One of the simplest yet most important rules when using turmeric is to always take it with food. While the golden spice might seem like it should be fine on its own, consuming it on an empty stomach can cause issues that undermine its potential benefits and even cause discomfort. Taking turmeric on an empty stomach can be harsh for some people, particularly when the body is already in a fasted state. The digestive system is sensitive, and introducing a strong compound like turmeric without anything else to buffer it can lead to irritation. Some individuals may experience stomach discomfort, acidity, or even a feeling of heaviness. The sharpness of turmeric, though beneficial in many ways, can be too intense for the digestive system when it's not protected by food. This can lead to bloating, mild nausea, or digestive upset, making it less likely that you'll stick to using turmeric as part of your routine. The liver, which processes turmeric and many other nutrients, also benefits from being supported by food when it works to metabolize the spice. When turmeric is consumed alone, the body is forced to process it on its own, without the necessary nutrients and support from the food that would normally help slow down absorption. This can strain the liver and hinder turmeric's full potential. By consuming turmeric at mealtime, you provide your body with the full spectrum of digestive support, ensuring turmeric is absorbed slowly and effectively. Additionally, the body's ability to absorb turmeric is enhanced when it's paired with fats and other compounds found in meals. Turmeric contains curcumin, the active compound responsible for its health benefits, but curcumin isn't easily absorbed by the body on its own. When taken with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado or with black pepper, the absorption rate of curcumin increases significantly. This is why taking turmeric with a full meal, especially one that includes these fat sources, maximizes its effectiveness and ensures it reaches the places in your body where it can do the most good. For those who want to use turmeric for joint health, inflammation, or general well-being, timing is key. It's important to be patient with your body and understand that supplements, even natural ones like turmeric, work best when integrated into a routine that aligns with your body's natural rhythms. Having turmeric at mealtime not only allows for better absorption, but also helps make the process smoother for the digestive system. Your body can handle the compound more effectively, and you're likely to feel the benefits more consistently. Think of it this way: when you eat a balanced meal, your stomach is already in an optimal state for digestion. Enzymes are at work, bile is being produced, and everything is ready to break down and absorb nutrients. Turmeric, when added to this equation, works better in conjunction with those processes. It can enter the bloodstream more effectively and begin to fight inflammation, boost antioxidants, and support your immune system with much more success than if it were taken without food. If you want to get the most out of turmeric, It's not about just sprinkling it on anything and expecting instant results. It's about setting the stage for your body to fully absorb and utilize its benefits. Pairing turmeric with the right meals gives you an added advantage, ensuring that the spice works with your body, not against it. So what does this mean for you? It's simple. Make sure to add turmeric to meals that contain healthy fats, fiber, and other nutrients that support digestion. Don't rush the process by trying to take it on an empty stomach. Instead, sprinkle it on your vegetables, stir it into soups, or mix it into curries where its potential can shine. You can also combine it with oils like coconut or olive oil for even more absorption. This practice won't only help you avoid discomfort, but it will also give turmeric the best shot at helping you feel better over time. If you've been taking turmeric on an empty stomach and haven't been feeling its full effects, it's worth considering this shift. It's not just about taking turmeric, it's about setting yourself up for success. Taking it with food isn't a small detail. It's a simple strategy that could make all the difference in how you experience its benefits. And for those who have faced mild digestive issues with turmeric in the past, this small change could provide the relief you've been looking for. There's no need to overcomplicate things. Incorporating turmeric into your meals doesn't have to be a hassle. In fact, it can be an easy and enjoyable addition to your daily routine. Whether you use it in a smoothie, a soup, or a side dish, as long as it's paired with food, you'll ensure that your body can reap the benefits of this golden spice without any unnecessary complications. The power of turmeric is undeniable, but how we use it matters. By taking it with meals, you not only protect your stomach from irritation, but also enhance its absorption and effectiveness. Your body will thank you for it, and over time, you'll start to feel the powerful effects of turmeric supporting your health in ways you may not have even expected. Remember, the goal is to make turmeric work for you, not against you, and timing it right is one of the easiest ways to ensure that